Hello, dear students. In the last period, we have studied about the nomenclature. Now, let us study little more in detail. In the last period, we have given this compound as a name 5 secondary butyl. So, my dear students, we have called it 5 secondary butyl 6, 7, 8, 9 nonane. This is the name we have given. But if you look into the IUPAC system, this particular group is written as 1-methyl propyl. So we will call it as 5. Then, my dear students, we have 1-methyl propyl nonane. So this is how, my dear students, we have given the name. Same way, my dear students, here if you look into this compound we have called it as an 5-isopropyl nonane. We call it as a 5-isopropyl nonane. But according to the IUPAC system, we will call it as a 1-methyl ethyl, and thus it becomes 5-1-methyl ethyl. It is known as 5-1-methyl ethyl nonane. That is how we call it. Then, my dear students, we have the next one, that this was initially called 5 secondary butyl 5-isopropyl decane. But if we really look into the here, if you look into the nomenclature system, what you simply realize is this group is isopropyl and this group is secondary butyl, and thus we call it 5 secondary butyl 4 isopropyl. Why did we write 5 first and 4 later? Because of the alphabetical order. So we have followed the alphabetical order, and due to this, my dear students, we have come to know about this kind of name, that we call it 5 secondary butyl 4 isopropyl decane. You can see that there are 10 carbons. We have tried the various nomenclature or various numbering systems. So if we start numbering from left side, we will get the lowest number, and if we start numbering from the right side, we will get the higher sum. So we also follow the lowest sum rule. Lowest sum rule. So we follow lowest sum rule. We follow the alphabetical order, and then we write the name for this compound 5 secondary butyl 4 isopropyl. So this is isopropyl and this is secondary butyl, and then 10 carbon, so decane. Now, my dear students, we have one more rule to study about. This rule is applied. Let us see when this applies. If there is, if there is, if there it happens to be two chains of equal size, then that chain is to be selected as the longest chain that contain more number of side chains. So, my dear students, when we look into this, you can see that if we start giving numbering from the left hand side, then we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If we start giving numbering from right side, from the same, then we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we start numbering from up to 6 carbon to this direction, left to right, and then if we go down, we will also have 10 carbons, And if we start numbering from the downer side, then also we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So these are the various ways of numbering. Now, if we look into the side chain, my dear students, we will realize that there are two side chains, and both the side chains are having the 4 carbon chain. So if we look at the side chain which is covered with the blue color, we will find 2-ethyl butyl. So you can see into the 2-ethyl butyl kind of side chain, my dear students. We will realize that in the 2-ethyl butyl kind of side chain, we have we total have the 10 carbons. Same way, my dear students, we have another side chain where we can have 2,2-dimethyl butyl. So both are butyl chains. On second we have ethyl, on second we have uh, 2,2-dimethyl, so 2 dimethyl group are present. So when we consider this kind of chain as a part of the main chain, my dear students, we will realize that this kind of chain is basically the chain where we have more branches, more number of side chains. More number of side chain is possible when we consider the this chain which is covered with the red box, and that is why we consider this red color box into the main chain, and this part is considered to be the side chain. Now, my dear students, we can give the name, and thus we can give the correct name. On the fifth carbon, my dear students, you can see that if we start numbering from here, we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On the fifth carbon, we have 2-ethyl butyl group available. So we will write the name as on fifth carbon, we have 2-ethyl butyl. And then on the third carbon, we have 2-methyl group. So we will call it 3,3-dimethyl decane. So this is how, my dear students, we can have the uh, various way to write the various names, but the correct name can be given as this, that 5-2 ethyl butyl. Then we have 3,3 diethyl decane, and this is the interesting case. Please remember this case for a longer time. Then, my dear students, we will have the next compound. You can see that if we start giving numbering, in all the cases we will get the side chain on the fifth carbon. On the fifth carbon, the kind of side chain that we have, it has got 3 carbon, and on second carbon there are 2 methyl groups, so we will call it 2,2 dimethyl propyl, and thus this compound can be named as 5 dash into the bracket 2,2 dimethyl propyl, then no name. So this is how, my dear students, we give the name for a particular compound. Now let's write the names for these compounds which are given over here. Let us first start understanding it by giving the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Even if we write 5 and 6 here, it's going to be 6 carbon longest chain. So the longest chain contains 6 carbon. Let us move in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now if we write the branches, we will find it here 2 plus 4, and for this case we can find it as a 3 plus 5. So, my dear students, according to the lowest sum rule, we will have this kind of numbering which will be considered as the correct numbering. Now on second carbon we have methyl, on fourth carbon we have ethyl. So we will start it from the fourth carbon because of the alphabetical order. So we will write 4 ethyl, then we will write 2 methyl, 4 ethyl, 2 methyl hexane. So this is how, my dear students, we will write it. Same way, dear students, we can go for the next compound. Let us first go for the numbering. So we can write the numbers as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Even if we give 7 and 8 number to this carbon or this 2 carbon, we will have maximum 7 carbons. Sorry, we will have maximum 8 carbons. Now if we start numbering this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then we can go for the lowest sum rule. So according to this way, we will find it as a 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 6, that is 6 plus 6, 12 plus 5, 17 plus 4, 21. And according to this way, my dear students, we will have 3 plus 3, because 2 branches on third carbon, plus 4 plus 5, that is 5 plus 4, 9 plus 3, 12 plus 3, 15. So this is what it is correct according to the lowest sum rule, my dear student. And thus we can find it out that how can we give the name. Now you can see that on the fifth carbon we have isopropyl. So on the fifth carbon we have isopropyl group, and then on fourth carbon we have methyl, and then my dear students on third carbon we have diethyl. So this is how, my dear students, we can write the name. We can start with the third carbon, so we can write it as a 3,3 diethyl. Then see propyl and methyl, so we'll give 4-methyl. Then my dear students, on fifth carbon 5-isopropyl. You can write it into the bracket isopropyl, and then you have the 8 carbon, so we can write it as a octane. So this is how, my dear students, we can write the name for this particular compound. Now let's look at the another compound, my dear students. Let us first write the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same way here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now when we look into the lowest sum rule, here 3 plus 5, that is what we have here, my dear students. We have 3 plus 5 on third carbon and fifth carbon. Same way when we look at here also, it will be 3 plus 5. So now both are having the same sum. So now we will have to follow same sum, and thus we need to follow the alphabetical order. And thus, my dear students, by following the alphabetical order, we can write it this way, that we may have so we may have, my dear student, this is the, on third carbon we have methyl group, and on fifth carbon we have ethyl group. So this way, my dear students, we can give preference to the ethyl, and it should get the lowest number, and that is why we will follow this kind of numbering, and this we will not prefer. So you know, the ethyl should get the third number. So 3-ethyl is preferred. That is what we prefer, and 5-ethyl and 3-methyl we will not prefer. So finally we can write the name of this compound as, my dear students, we shall write it this way. Let us write the name. So you have 3-ethyl, 5-methyl heptane. So we will write the name as 3-ethyl, 5-methyl heptane. So this is how we write 3-ethyl, 5-methyl heptane. Now, my dear students, we have few more. Write the IUPAC names of the following compound. First one is this. So here it is CH3 thrice, C, CH2, C, CH3 thrice. So to write the name, my dear students, we need to first draw the particular compound. So here we have C, and in this C, my dear students, with this C, we have 3 CH3 group bonded to that. So we have this particular, and then, my dear students, we have CH2, and then we have C, that is what it is bonded to CH3, CH3 and CH3. So this is how it goes, my dear students. Now we can write the numbers. So when we write the numbers, let us write 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is the longest chain, or we may have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now if you put the sum, it is 2 plus 4. When we put the sum, it is 2 plus 4. And in both the cases, we get 6. So we can use any of this because we are going to get the same name, and thus we can write the name here is as 2 comma 2 comma 4 comma 4. Then we have tetramethyl pentane. And thus we can write the name of this compound as 2 comma 2 comma 4 comma 4 tetramethyl pentane. Now let's think about this particular compound, my dear students. So here you have CH3 twice, C2H5 twice. So what happens here, my dear student, is that this C2H5, we should write it as a CH2CH3. Please understand that this C2H5 we will write it as a CH2CH3. So here we have a carbon. With this carbon, my dear students, 2 methyl group are present. Thus we have CH3 and we have CH3. Then my dear students, we have 2 CH2CH3 groups. So CH2 and CH3 at the same time. We also have CH2 and CH3. And thus, in this particular case, my dear students, we can write or we can have the numbering. So we can write it this way: 1, 2, 3 and 4. We can even write it as a 1, 2, 3 and 4. But here the second carbon will get the better preference. So the branch we will consider this as the correct branching. Now you can see that on the second carbon we have one methyl group and we have one ethyl group. So, and the longest chain is of butyl. So we can write it as a 2 ethyl, 2 methyl, 2 ethyl, 2 methyl butane. So this is how, my dear students, we can write 2 ethyl, 2 methyl butane. Then we have tertiary, tetra tertiary butyl methane. So we can have tetra tertiary butyl methane. So we have tetra and tertiary butyl methane. So first we should know what is tertiary butyl. What is tertiary butyl? So my dear students, this kind of structure is considered to be the tertiary butyl structure. This is what it is known as the tertiary butyl structure. And this kind of tertiary butyl structure is 4 times bonded with the methane, that is 1 carbon. So let us understand this. Tetra tertiary butyl methane, tetra tertiary butyl. This tetra tertiary butyl methane can be written in this form, that this carbon has got 4 tertiary butyl group. So this is the carbon that we have linked, and then each carbon is bonded with a methyl group. This is how you can see. So you can see that each carbon is bonded with the methyl group. And even this carbon is bonded to the 3CH3 group. Now, my dear students, if you look at the longest chain, we will realize that this is what it is going to be the longest chain for us. And if we give numbering, my dear students, we will also have the various numbering system. So let me explain this to you, my dear students, on some other screen. Let us look at the other screen. Let's have a look to this, my dear students. See, we have a carbon. That carbon is bonded to the tertiary butyl groups. So you can see that here all this will be the CH3 groups. So let us write it this way. Here we have CH3, then we have CH3 here, then we have CH3 here, then we have CH3 this. This is even CH3, then we have CH3, then we have CH3 2, this is even CH3, this is CH3, 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 and we have CH3. Now when we look into this portion, my dear students, you can see that this is what it is, the tertiary butyl group. This is even the tertiary butyl group. So this is what we write it as a tertiary butyl group. Now if we write the longest chain 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, or we can write it 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You can see that on both the side you have the branches are on 2 plus 3 plus 4, that is going to be 9. Even in this kind of direction we can even have this 2, 3 and 4. So it's 2 plus 3 plus 4, that is also going to be 9. So both the way we can give the numbering. Now what should be the name that we should write? So you can see that these are the methyl group, whereas this is tertiary butyl group. And both these tertiary butyl groups are present on the third carbon, my dear students. So as these groups are present on the third carbon, we can write the name this way, that we have 3, comma 3, then we have di, then tertiary butyl, then you can see that 2, 2, 4, 4, 2, comma 2, comma 2, comma 2, comma, just a minute, my dear students. What happens to this? It suddenly stops. So we have this 2, comma 2, comma 4, comma 4 is 2, comma 2, comma 4, comma 4 tetramethyl pentane. So this is how, my dear students, we can write. Let me write it once again here. It is 3, comma 3 di. We can write it into the bracket. Tertiary butyl. Then we have 2, comma 2, comma 4, comma 4 tetramethyl pentane. So this is how, my dear students, we can write the name for this compound. I hope, my dear students, you have understood it well. So once again, let us get back to the so once again, my dear students, for this particular compound, we can write the name as, once again, this compound is nothing but your 3,3 di, then we can write tertiary butyl, 3,3 di tertiary butyl. Then we have 2,2, 4,4 tetramethyl pentane. This is how, my dear students, we can write the name of this particular compound. Now, my dear students, we have write the structures of following compounds. 3, 4, 4, 5 tetramethyl heptane. So first we'll write the name for this compound, number 1. So first heptane, that gives us the 7 carbon. So we have 7 carbon, 1, 2, then we have this 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. We have 7 carbon. Then on third, fourth and fifth. So let us 1, 2, 3 on third, on fourth, 2 and on even fifth. We have methyl groups. So let's put CH3, 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 CH3 here. And then we have CH3, again CH3. This is nothing but CH2. Then we have CH. Then again we have CH over here. And then we have CH2. So this is how we can write it. And this is what it is, nothing but your 3, 4, 4, 5 tetramethyl this is tetramethyl heptane. Then we have 2,5-dimethyl hexane. So my dear students, we can write 2,5-dimethyl hexane. Hexane has got 6 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 carbon. Then you have CH3 over here, CH3 over here. This is 6 carbon. Then on 2 and 5 we have dimethyl. So on 2, 3, 4 and 5. So from both the side it goes 2 and 5. Then we have methyl and hexane. So CH3, then we have CH. Then again we have CH2, then CH2. Then this is CH and CH3. This is what it is, 2,5-dimethyl hexane. 2, 5 dimethyl I don't know what happens to it, but it's a 2, 5 dimethyl hexane. Just 1 minute, my dear students. So here, my dear students, we can write it as a 2, 5 dash dimethyl hexane. Then, my dear students, we can go for the third compound and let us see what is. It's a 2-ethyl pentane. So see, pentane has got 5 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 2-ethyl pentane on the second carbon, we have ethyl group, CH2 and CH3. 2-ethyl pentane. So we can write it as a CH3, then we have CH, then we have CH2, then we have CH2 and CH3. So this is what we call it as a 2-ethyl pentane. It seems to be 2-ethyl pentane. But please remember, my dear students, that this way of giving name is not correct. We should change this system and we should start counting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and it is actually 3-methyl hexane. 3-methyl hexane. That is the correct name we should give. So it's a mistake in question. It should be actually 3-methyl hexane. So 2-ethyl pentane is nothing but actually 3-methyl hexane. Now, my dear students, we want to study about the next one, 5-ethyl 3-methyl heptane. Heptane means we have 7 carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then, my dear students, we have, see, we can give the numbering 5-ethyl and 3-methyl. So here on third carbon we have methyl, and on fifth carbon we will have ethyl. So we can have CH2 and CH3. Here also, my dear students, we can have CH2, CH3. Then we have CH3, then CH2, then CH. Then again we have CH2. This is CH and CH3. Now, if we start giving numbering, my dear students, we will realize something that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If we give numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, according to this numbering system, we will have 3 plus 5. According to this system, we will again have 3 plus 5. You can see this is 5 and this is 3. And then this is the methyl group. This is the ethyl group. And the ethyl group should be given preference. So the correct name, the ethyl group should be given preference, my dear students. And the correct name should be 3-ethyl 3-ethyl 5-methyl 3-ethyl 5-methyl heptane. But according to this nomenclature system, we need to write it as 5-ethyl 3-methyl heptane. So it is written as 5-ethyl 3-methyl heptane. So, my dear students, when we draw the structure, we realize that the name which is given into the question is not correct, and this name should be actually the 3-ethyl 5-methyl 3-ethyl 5-methyl 3-ethyl 5-methyl heptane. And this is how, my dear students, we truly understand. Then let's move forward and understand some more. Here, if we give numbering, we have 1, 2, and 3, or we can start it this way, 1, 2, and 3. So if we consider it as a correct way, because the carbon having the double bond should get the lowest number, and thus we will write it as but1 in. Then, my dear students, if we write it this way, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that is what it is, 1. So sorry, it's not but in, my dear students, but it's a prop 1 in. It's a prop 1 in. This is prop 1 in. This is nothing but, but 1 in. And then we have the next one. See, if you write it this way, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it is but 2 in. Then the next one we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Even we write it this way, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the double bond falls. Either you use this left to right or right to left. We will have on first carbon and third carbon, again first carbon and third carbon, there is the double bond, and we call it as buta 1, 3 diene. Sometimes we also write it as a 1, 3 butadiene. Both the names are considered to be the correct names. Then, my dear students, if we write the name for this compound, we can use this, but if we prefer this kind of nomenclature, then the double bond has got one number. So we'll prefer it this way because double bond is a functional group and this numbering is not correct. So we will give the name as a 2-methyl prop 1-ene. It's a 2-methyl prop 1-ene. Same way, my dear students, we will have next 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we can give 1, 2, 3 and 4, and finally we get it as the first carbon has got double bond and thus we can have 1, 2, 3, 4. So on first carbon we will have, so it's a total 4 carbon, so it's but1-ene. So it's a but1-ene where on the third carbon we have methyl group. So it is 3-methyl but1-ene, my dear students. So this is how we can understand. Let's move forward and understand little few more. Let's move forward, my dear students, and understand few more. Let us look at this compound. So this is the compound where this CH has got 2 CH3. I'll have to draw the structure once again. This CH has got 2 CH3 this way. Then, my dear students, we again have CH. That is what it is bonded with, double bond with another CH. Then still we have CH2. Then we have CH, which is again doubly bonded with another CH that has got CH. Then this C2H5, we will write it as a CH2, CH3. And this methyl group we will write as a branch. So this is what it is, the compound. Now let's write the numbering, my dear students. So we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Same way here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Here if we count the numbering, here we will get, in this case, 2, then the double bond has got 4, and then the another double bond has got 6. So let us first check it out for the double bond. Here we have 3 on third carbon and then on sixth carbon. So double bond is 3 plus 6. Here if we look at the double bond, it is on the fourth carbon and on the seventh carbon. 4 plus 7. So here it is going to be 11, it is going to be 9, and thus this kind of nomenclature we should consider it as a correct one, my dear students, and then we can write it this way, my dear student, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we have 3 plus 6 is equal to 9. So we will consider this as a proper branching, and then on the second carbon we have methyl, on the eighth carbon we have methyl. If we write it this way, on third carbon and ninth carbon, so this is what it is the correct way. So what we can write it here, the name, my dear student, is total 10 carbon, so it's a decane. It's a decane where you have on the third and third and sixth carbon in, di-in, and then you have methyl group present on second carbon as well as eighth carbon. So my dear students, we can write it as a 2,8 dimethyl, 2,8 dimethyl. Then we can write it as a dec 3, 6, 3,6 di-in. This is how we can write the name of 2,8 dimethyl dec, because 10 carbon dec 3,6 di-in. This is how we can write the name. Same way, my dear students, if you look into this particular compound, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 carbon. So it's octane. But as there are 4 double bond, it's octene. And what kind of octene? You can see that first carbon, third carbon, fifth carbon and seventh carbon has got double bond. So we can write it 1, comma, 3, comma, 5. Or my dear students, we can write it this way. Yeah, it was correct way actually. 1, comma, 3, comma, 5, comma, 7, octa, tetraene. So there are 4 time double bonds, so it's a tetraene, and it's octa because there are 8 carbons. Now let's look at this particular compound, my dear students. So if we write it this way, CH2 double bond C, then we have CH2, CH2, CH3, and we may even have CH2, CH2, CH3. Now if we consider this way, you know the double bond should get the lowest number, so it should be 1, 2. Then 3, 4 and 5. We can even write 3, 4 and 5. But let us not consider this 3, 4 and 5. And let us say this is propyl. So the final name what we can write for this compound is 2 propyl, 5 carbons of pentane and 1 ene. So it's a 2 propyl, 2 comma propyl pent 1 ene. So it's a 2 propyl pent 1 ene. That is how we can write the name of this compound. Now my dear students, we have few more to go with, but this we will discuss in some other period. I hope my dear students you are enjoying your studies, and if you have any doubt you can ask me.